Alright, we are here in beautiful sunny Florida, and today, people, we are going to be breaking down the main event of UFC 207, Amanda Nunes versus Ronda Rousey for the bantamweight title. So I've only done one of these before. I've only done just the single prediction video for the main event of a pay-per-view one time, and that was with the Conor McGregor Eddie Alvarez fight. I got that one right. I'm going to be doing this breakdown, and also I'm going to be immediately uploading at the same time as this my Cody Garbrandt versus Dominic Cruz prediction video breakdown. So as soon as you're done watching this, go check that out. Very much appreciated. Thank you guys all so much. So the way we're going to be doing this, we're going to be breaking down this fight into 6 parts. First, I'm going to be talking about the background of the fight and how it came about, individual aspects of the fight game and where who I think has the advantage in that area, how they match up, how I see the fight possibly playing out, possible X factors. Going to be getting into of course, my prediction, and then the very last part will be how I see this fight on the betting side of things, and where I would recommend making a play on this fight, or maybe staying away from this fight. But let's get into it, man. So getting into the background of this fight. Amanda Nunes, the champion, taking on Ronda Rousey, the challenger. So starting with the challenger, man, we got Ronda Rousey coming back from a 13-month layoff after taking her very first loss, and it was a bad one, man. She looked unbeatable before that, but Holly really laid out a blueprint and really showed a lot of holes in Ronda's striking game, man, and just made her look amateur out there. It was really one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life, that fight. But before that, Ronda really was dominating absolutely everybody, just dominating. And I see some people out there that are just kind of just forgot about that and just think Ronda was never good, and I couldn't disagree with that more, man. Ronda absolutely is a skilled fighter, and without a doubt a top 5 women's bantamweight still. On the other side, you do got Amanda Nunes, the Lioness, the champion, one of my favorite female fighters. She's coming off a title win against Miesha Tate, in which was easily her very best performance. I mean, absolutely flawless in my opinion. I think Miesha got her down once for about 3 seconds, and it was all Amanda Nunes from there, man. She just showed what a savage she is, and she had the one loss against Kat Zingano in a fight that she really was winning and super close to stopping. But it's all right that she lost that fight, man, because honestly, in my opinion, from what I've seen, she has improved drastically, in my opinion, since that fight. So, man, super excited to talk about this. Obviously, both fighters, they kind of have like the same style, which is bull rushing their opponent, and man, both of these bulls going at it here. It makes for a really interesting fight to break down, and I'm super excited about this fight. We're going to see some Class A violence here. So, getting into the individual aspects here and who I think has the advantage. Starting off with the striking here, man. Boxing, of course, you would have to give to Amanda Nunes. Kickboxing, although either fight, I shouldn't say either fighter. Obviously, Nunes has some amazing kicks. I mean, if you haven't seen her fight against Shayna Baszler, she literally beat her with just leg kicks. It was absolutely amazing. Speed, I would give to Nunes. Power, I would give slightly to Nunes because, Ronda does have some big power, man. I mean, she knocked Betch Correia out cold, man. I mean, Ronda's got big power, but I would give the power slightly to Amanda Nunes. Footwork, I would give to Amanda Nunes. Explosiveness, I would give to Amanda Nunes. Fluidity, I would give to Amanda Nunes. The clinch game, I would give to Ronda Rousey, of course. I mean, Ronda Rousey, with that judo background, I mean, her in the clinch, it's going to be a bad time for Amanda Nunes, most likely. And then the chin, I don't know, man. I would just say the chin is probably even here. I mean, of Nunes, Nunes hasn't been knocked out, has she? Oh, well, she got TKO'd by Kat Zingano, but she's never been, like, flatlined like Ronda Rousey was against Holly Holm. But the chin I would just consider even, But moving on to the wrestling here. The wrestling, obviously, the offensive wrestling, you gotta give to Ronda Rousey. The defensive wrestling, though, that's interesting, man. I would still slightly go with Ronda Rousey, but Ronda got taken down by Holly Holm, man, and Holly Holm has no wrestling background whatsoever, and Amanda Nunes is miles above Holly Holm's wrestling. So defensive wrestling, I guess I would just give slightly to Ronda, but strength, I would consider strength even. I would say these women are both equally strength, but scrambles you gotta give to Ronda Rousey, of course. That's just not even debatable. And then when it comes to grappling. Offensive BJJ, I would give slightly to Ronda Rousey, I guess, just because she's so good with those scrambles, transitions. She can snatch an arm out of nowhere, man. She's super dangerous. So offensive BJJ, it's slightly to give to Ronda Rousey. Defensive BJJ, I'd give slightly to Amanda Nunes. The only reason I'm giving it slightly to Amanda Nunes is just because the strength and weakness here. Ronda Rousey, she's been shown to give up her back in the past, and when it comes to Amanda's offensive BJJ, her best move is taking the back and locking in that rear naked choke. So just for that strength and weakness, just polarizing off of each other, I would just give Amanda Nunes the slight defensive BJJ advantage here, and then scrambles, of course, Ronda Rousey. And then miscellaneous things here. Cardio, I guess I would slightly give to Ronda Rousey. You just look at the fight; she went to the third round with Miesha Tate, and you look at the fight Amanda Nunes went to the third round with Valentina Shevchenko. Ronda Rousey looks slightly, not as tired there. But heart/toughness, I guess I would just give to Amanda Nunes. And then fight IQ, I'd give to Amanda Nunes. But yeah, man. So that's the individual aspects there, and who I think has the advantages. Now, how I think the fight matches up here, man. So starting off on the feet here, I do like both women to start off a little tentative. Then I think Amanda Nunes is going to make the first move, and she's going to start attempting to pick Ronda Rousey away, and look for big shots, and eventually, of course, Ronda is going to want to lock up that clinch and look for some throws. If Amanda's strength is too much and she's able to defend the takedowns, I really like Amanda to start looking for some big shots and put Ronda Rousey away on the feet. But, on the chance Ronda Rousey gets her down, I do expect some really beautiful scrambles. Both women showing off how strong they are, how good they are on the ground. And I'd like Ronda to be the one to end up in a good position first. Now, Amanda, of course, no slouch on the ground, so I do have a hard time seeing Ronda subbing Nunes without Nunes being a little tired first. So I think we're going to see Nunes eventually end up in a good position of her own, look for some huge ground and pound, what she's known for, possibly even a submission. If Ronda Rousey wants to give up that back, that's Nunes' most dangerous groundwork, is taking the back and locking in that rear naked choke. If she can't secure that, then I think we'd see her like to get back up to her feet, look to pick apart Ronda even more, and in my opinion, it's whether or not Nunes can stop Ronda with strikes before gassing. Otherwise, I do like Ronda to get a second or third round submission the second Amanda Nunes starts to slow down. Unless, of course, the strikes that Amanda Nunes lands in the first 6 minutes have really, really worn out Ronda, and Nunes is somehow the fresher fighter in the late second round or third round, then I would like Nunes to get Ronda on the ground and look for some ground and pound or submission of her own, man. So, yeah, getting into the X factors now. So, only really two major X factors here that I can think of. Of course, everyone's talking about it, the Ronda Rousey layoff, coming back from that devastating loss. She has been, obviously, some of the things she said emotionally, won't really get into that, but she just doesn't seem to be all there. Most elite fighters, when they get their first loss like that, they immediately want to come back and immediately avenge that loss. I mean, you look at what Conor McGregor did with Nate Diaz. He lost that fight to Diaz in an embarrassing fashion, and he called him out, got that fight a few months later, and avenged that loss. That is not what we saw from Ronda Rousey, man. She stayed quiet, and she's got a fight in 2 weeks, and she's still damn quiet. I mean, I'm not really sure why, or she just doesn't seem all there to me, and I do think that is an X factor worth considering. We're not going to see the best Ronda Rousey we've ever seen. It may still be enough to beat Amanda Nunes, but there's no way this is going to be the best Ronda Rousey we've ever seen. And then the other X factor, of course, everyone was calling for Ronda Rousey to ditch Edmund after the Holly loss. Of course, Edmund is really just one of the worst MMA coaches in the game. She's still with him, man. She is still with Coach Edmund, while Nunes is drastically improving at American Top Team under Mike Brown. I can't stress this enough. The difference between Edmund Tarvarian and Mike Brown is fucking miles, man. Just... It's going to be unbelievable, man. Just the game plans here. Mike Brown is going to know exactly what Ronda Rousey is going to be doing in there, because Edmund Tarvarian, he doesn't know he really doesn't know what he's doing. He just got lucky getting Ronda Rousey, and he's just winging it at this point. He is no MMA coach. Obviously, him and Ronda have some kind of great relationship to where she can't ditch him, but yeah, man. Amanda Nunes has a huge camp advantage here, which is another big X factor. So now getting into my prediction. So my prediction, the way I see it playing out, like I said, I like both women to be a little tentative at first minute or two. Then I like Nunes to start picking Ronda Rousey apart. Then Ronda, of course, maybe gets her to the ground once. But I do like Amanda Nunes to survive that first ground attack, get a dominant position of her own, or get back up to the feet and start loosening up on Ronda. I like Nunes to stop Ronda Rousey around 4 minutes into the first round via strikes on the feet. A submission, it is possible, but I do like Amanda Nunes to get the first round finish here. So, that being said, getting into the betting side of things, man, the betting side to this fight is super interesting, especially to me, because I have 5 units riding on this fight, man. I took the 3-unit shot on Amanda Nunes at plus 190, and now I hedged out. I took a 2-unit shot on Ronda Rousey via submission. The reason I did that is because I can't see Ronda Rousey winning via strikes. I can't see her winning via decision. If Ronda Rousey is going to win, it is going to be by submission. So when I see that Rousey via sub at plus 115, figured I'd hedge it out. So a Nunes victory here would get me 3.7 units, and a Ronda Rousey submission, I would only lose 0.7 units. So it's a nice hedge there, in my opinion. I'm pretty confident Nunes is going to win, but on the off chance Ronda Rousey wins, it's going to be by submission. So just to have that assurance there to only lose 0.7 units out of that, I like that hedge a lot. But another thing, now clearly this fight is not going to go 5 rounds. I think we can all agree on that. There's really no way this fight goes 5 rounds, but unfortunately the doesn't go the distance is at minus 950 right now. Even the under 1.5 rounds is risky as hell, especially at minus 220. Not personally playing it as of right now, but I think I probably will once some more lines come out for other fights. But the won't start round 3 and the won't start round 4 might be decent parlay pieces in my opinion. Personally, I'm probably going to take the won't start round 4, but it is what it is. Betting, another thing here, man, betting on the wins round 2 props might be worth looking at. Let's see what these are at right now, because I do think there's a very decent chance this fight gets into the second round, and I don't think it would go into the third round. I think if it gets into the second round, it's most likely going to end there. I mean, I'm picking the fight to end in the first round, but good chance it goes to the second. So Amanda Nunes wins in round 2 at plus 925. Ronda Rousey wins in round 2, plus 725. So good lines there, man. Personally, I'm not playing it, but who the hell knows? I might. I doubt it, but in my opinion, those are absolutely worth looking at, especially if you're out there and you think this fight is going to end in the second round. I'd absolutely jump on that. And when it comes to betting Nunes or Rousey at this point, I would just stick with playing the in the distance props, as going 5 rounds. Super unlikely here. I would say Obviously, I don't have the in the distance prop with Amanda Nunes. I just have her straight at plus 190. That's just because when the line first dropped, there was no in the distance prop. I think Nunes actually opened at like plus 220, but I got her at plus 190. But yeah, man, if you haven't bet on this fight at this point yet, and you're thinking about it, just if you think Ronda Rousey is gonna win, just bet the Rousey in the distance or the Nunes in the distance. But that's gonna do it for me, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had a lot of fun doing this. Only 15 minutes, not too bad. I am literally about to record my Cody Garbrandt versus Dominic Cruz breakdown now. So please go check that out. I would very much appreciate it. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I'm gonna get out of here, and my full UFC 207. Full card breakdown will be up next week. I just wanted to do a separate video for this one fight because it is a very big fight, and I do think it was worth spending 16 minutes on this fight alone. So thank you guys all so much for watching, and enjoy the fights.